So welcome everyone. Let's talk now about talking and presenting. I'm not going to speak about some technical parts, but basically like how you can become a better presenter, better speaker, how you can give better talks, presentations. I'm going to go also like a few things through few things that are IT related, but basically like all of it is kind of like general. You can use it everywhere. The agenda is for today. I'm going to introduce myself just very shortly, that you know who I am actually. I'm going to speak about your preparation and why it matters, the how of the content presentation. Then I'm going to give you some tips and tricks how to overcome your stress, and also some general tips and tricks. After the talk, we will have, as usual, time for questions and answers. So if you have any, just keep them in mind. So who I am, I'm Martyna Skup. I'm one of you from the IT world. So I'm a front-end engineer working for Andromeda Software, which is a company, small company based in Vienna, in Austria. I'm also a transformational coach and mentor. I'm also volunteering here at WarsawJS, and you can see me also as an MC for our meetups. And I'm passionate about personal development since I ever remember. You can find me on LinkedIn, but at the end, I'm going to show you also the QR code if you would like to stay connected with it. So let's go for the main part. Your preparation and why it matters. We have basically like 2 stages of preparation for a talk or for a presentation. The first one is like usual, you choose your topic, you choose the tools that you're going to use to present it. It might be a game, it might be a website, it might be an app, it might be a PowerPoint presentation, which I'm using just for the sake of simplicity. You can go for live coding also, like Sergey did. And this is only the first part. So you choose the topic, you choose the tools, and then you prepare it. However, it doesn't stop there, because there is also another part of your preparation that is going through your presentation at home, practicing it at home. And this is something that really matters. Why? Because once you go at home over and over through your presentation, you create a better content. So it's kind of like you iterate, prepare your presentation, you practice it at home once and once again. And then each and every iteration, you find out some things that are maybe irrelevant. So you put them out of your presentation. But there are also some things that you will find that, oh, I didn't think about it before. So, and it's really relevant. It's very important for my presentation. So I'm going to put it in. And this is how you build better content for your presentation. But the next part also is, if you know what you're going to speak about, then you also reduce your fear and stress level. The brain for us works like this, that we are stressed. Like one of the things that we are stressed about is our future. Yeah, we don't know what is going to happen. So our brain is just like, okay, I'm going to stress you out because I have no idea what's going to happen. If you prepare at home, if you go through your presentation many, many times, you know better also your content. You know what you're going to speak about. Maybe you're not even going to need some notes. And your brain is actually, so you're taking a part of your stress from your brain, because the brain doesn't know how it's going to be in real life, yeah, on Wednesday evening, yeah, at WarsawJS Meetup, for example, at your talk. But at least the brain knows what you're going to speak about. So your stress is going to lower down a bit, just because you know what you're going to speak about. And by that, you're also building your confidence. The confidence doesn't show up like this when you just wake up and you're just like, yes, I'm confident, woohoo, yeah? No, it's built actually like step by step by repeating stuff. So by repeating stuff also at home, by preparing it and going through it over and over again, you're building your confidence. You know what you're going to speak about, so you're going to be also more confident here at the stage before, in front of people. And by this also, you start to feel also kind of like an expert on the subject that you've chosen to speak about and present. And you're going also to appear to the audience as you are an expert, even if it's not really something that is your wonderful topic that you are going to speak about for hours. Yeah, you just picked up some topic. However, you appear to the people also as an expert. And the next thing also, last but not least, it's handling the time frames. So when you're giving when there is like a time given to you, for example, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, if you go at home for it, set a timer and check how long it takes for you for this presentation. And then you know if you need to extend it or maybe you need to shorten it because you're not going to fit in those time frames. So that's one thing. Another thing is like about live coding. Live coding is, Scary knows about it now, of course. Live coding is a special case for us. Why? Because actually you can prepare it at home, but you also have to be prepared that things might not go as you expect them to be. So, for example, the sound, yeah, today we had some problems with the sound, how to handle it. There might be like that you're going to do an API call to some server, and the internet connection at the place where you're giving the talk, it's not going to be well. So actually you're waiting for the call to be done and also to get the response, but it's, you know, delayed so long that you're just standing there waiting for the response. I think what you can do is prepare your offline version. With the sound, it might not work like this with this offline version. However, when you do some live coding and you go for example, for those IP calls, prepare an offline version of what the result should supposed to be. Because then if you see there is this issue, you can just say like, sorry, there is a technical issue. It's not my fault. I don't know what I can do, so I will just show you how it's supposed to be, so that we can work on it. So we are not just wasting time on thinking about it, like what to do now. Yeah, I'm super stressed. You have your offline version. Show it to your people. So this is about the preparation. Let's go now for the how of the content presentation. So basically, like how you can, what you can do to make your presentations look a little bit better. The very first thing is avoid content overload, which means like choose wisely what you really want to say or show to your audience. Don't overwhelm them with whatever you want to show. Yeah, meaning, for example, at presentations, we have like a lot of transitions, animations, some super right? If you do like the whole presentation that is going to look like this, again, I can show you this. If this is going to be your whole presentation, at one moment, the audience is going to be like, okay, like a few seconds, it's okay, yeah, but if it's the whole presentation, I guarantee you that people are just, I have no idea what to focus on, yeah? It's subconscious also for us. So don't go for it. Go for transitions, animations, some fireworks, but use them wisely, here and there, but not for the whole presentation. Also, when it comes to games, to your apps, maybe quizzes and so on, think about what you really want to show and how you want to show. Another example is when you have like presentations, PowerPoint presentations especially, and this is something also what experienced speakers do. They put like a lot of text, yeah, and they start to speak about it. However, what happens, and put there also like a fancy title, the story about the famous dinosaur speaker. It's a super story, yeah. If I would start to speak about it, what is going on there, yeah. Even if I'm talking about this, you start subconsciously focus on this text. You're not going to focus on what I'm talking about. This is what happens subconsciously, because we tend to check what is there, what we see, and not what we hear. Yeah. So I'm going to switch this so that you're not reading all of it. I can share it also later on. Yeah.
I need a QR code to this story now.
Sorry?
I need a QR code to this story now.
Okay. Yeah, later on. So that's one thing. So think about it like less is more. Yeah. Show less content or less what people see, speak more about it. Next thing is colors and contrast. We as developers, we think about people with disabilities, right? For example, with colorblind people. And I see a lot of people who do not care about it when they do the presentations. Think about them also when you do it, yeah? Because if you want all of your audience to see what you prepared, the contrast matters, the colors matters. The only one thing is like if you do some presentation in like in name of your company and the company has bad colors, sorry, bad luck. But other than that, care about people with disabilities. Next thing is also choosing your team. Like 90% of you, I guess, is using dark theme when you work and when you use your laptops or Macs. Why some of you use the light mode then? Why? We know the dark mode is better for the eyes. We are used to it. This is acting basically also like a sun. It's, you know, going, I see already like in your faces, like, whoa, this is too much, right? I'm going to switch it. So go for the dark mode. And also the other part is, I'll show you also one thing that might be important for you. When you go for the slide mode and you want to have a very nice pictures, or you want to look nice on the recordings because you want to share it with people, the light mode acts really like a sun. Yeah, so we don't do the pictures towards to the sun because we know that the people in front of us are going to look dark on them. Exactly the same with the light mode. Yeah, go better for the light. I have a question. We all speak about, like, quite often that size matters, yeah? Which size matters the most when it comes to presentations?
Font size.
Hmm?
Font size.
Exactly, it's the font size. This matters really a lot. I will show you like an example. This is something that I saw also, not exactly this example like of the code, but this is something that I saw also by experienced speakers when they want to explain like a code, yeah, and it's like whole presentation with this size of fonts, and sometimes even with the pictures like this, and they want to explain like, okay, this is like a function, it takes like 3 arguments, and the magic happens in line number 24 or 25 and 26, yeah, and this and this and this happens. How people are supposed to see it and understand what you're talking about? They can't. I actually, like, from here out, okay, I can see it like a very small things, but if you are sitting there, you want, I want that you are on this, that you understand my code. It's not going to happen with this. Make it a bit bigger, yeah. It's a dummy code, yeah, so it doesn't make sense so much. But basically, go for some font size that is visible, basically like in the last rows. So the text should be: is it coding? Is it just a normal text? It's supposed to be visible in the last rows, yeah? Make it big enough. And I will give you like a small hint also on how to present on live coding, things where you have to do, for example, like some API call that takes long to pre-process at the server, and you're waiting for the response. There is like a, I call it like XXR burger. You can call it also like a sandwich thing. So basically, you work with that like with the burger. So the top bun and the bottom part, it's related to the theory. Yeah. So you speak about just a little bit about your theory. At the end, you have the summary. What happens in the middle? There are like the layers, and it's called like code theory, code loop, which means like you go for the code, you send the call to the server, or maybe you're using like deep research on the AI. You're waiting, you know that you're going to wait a bit for the response, right? You expect this. So then, in the meantime, you're not waiting only, you show some theory or you explain what is happening under the hood. Then you go back to your code, and then you do something with the code, and either you process, or if there's another call, you do exactly the same. So you give the call to the server, then you, in the meantime, you're explaining again some theory, something what is happening, and then you come back to the code, yeah? And then you go for the summary. So this is like a small hack for you, how to proceed with live coding when you know there is something that is going to happen to with your code, and it's going to take time. Overcoming stress. Yeah, a few tips that what you can do for you to lower down your stress level also. First of all, practice. Yeah, repeat it at home, whatever you do. But there's like practice. You can always remember this. However, there are like the other dimension of it. First of all, practice your talk at home. That is something I told you about in a few minutes ago. But the next one is practice it by giving talks, as many talks as possible. The more you do, the more you go for the talks. You can start with lightning talk here at WarsawJS, then go for the full talk. Then you go to Meet.js for your talk. Then you go to some conferences. And by giving the talks, you get used to it. Your stress level goes down because your brain is like, oh, actually, I did it already a few times, yeah? I know how to handle it, and it's getting better and better. Your confidence also grows. And the last one, practice, stands also for going for a practical course on public speaking. It doesn't have to be related to IT, but it has to be a course where you're going to speak on each and every lesson in front of people, in front of your group. Yeah, it might be like 2 minutes of talk, 5 minutes of talk, 10 minutes of talk. But this is like this kind of course that you would like to go, and it prepares you to overcome your stress while you're talking to in front of people. So this is like one. A game changer, shift your focus. What means by that? When we are stressed, we usually are stressed about ourselves, how we are going to look like, how we are going to speak, am I going to make a mistake? So basically, a lot of the stress is on me, yeah, because I'm thinking about me, how I'm going to look like here, right? Switch the focus. You're supposed to be absorbed by your subject. You are here giving the talk, and you should focus on what you want to deliver. You want to deliver knowledge, experience, some of the findings that you just discovered last week or so. Basically, when you focus on this, your brain is just like, oh my God, okay, it's not about me, it's about the subjects. I can release this stress, yeah? It's basically, you're going to be stressed a bit, but you're going to be stressed way less than normally when you think only about yourself. So while you're here, yeah, just think about it. I want to give something to all of those people who are here. This is my role. This is my. This is why I am here. Yeah, I want to deliver something, but not me. Yeah, I'm here, kind of like irrelevant. Then you can also change your mindset by thinking that every speak that you give, every talk, every presentation, it's a training for you. So instead of thinking I'm going to speak in front of people, you think like I'm going to give I'm going for a training. I'm going for this talk as a training for something bigger, for a next talk. I'm going here for this next talk, and this is my training for going for another one. Yeah. So basically, like, treat every talk, every presentation that you want to give, treat it as a training for something that comes in the future. Yeah. And you can do it all over again. I do it. When I told about this to my friends, they started to do it. They're just like, actually, it works. Yeah, I have no idea how, but it works. So you can try it out as well. And acknowledge that you are stressed. So basically, when you are on the stage and you're still feeling, stressed, and you're like, oh my God, I can't handle this, just say it. Don't be afraid to say, sorry guys, this is like one of my first speeches. I'm super stressed and I'm afraid that I'm going to make a mistake. Sorry for this. What happens? There happens magic. Because first of all, what happens? The people, the audience is going to clap, is going to cheer you up, saying like, hey, yes, you rock, you're going well, great, woohoo. This is going to happen 100% sure. And you're gaining like your energy back because you're cheered up from the audience. You know that they are with you and not against you. And the other hand, why does it happen? It happens because at least the half of your audience never been on the stage. They never been on the stage, so they are just admiring you oh, this guy or this girl just went on the stage. Woo, that's great. And the other people that are experienced, they remember their first times and they have idea how it is to be on the first time at the stage. So they are also going to cheer you up. Yeah. So this is also like a hack what you can do when you're stressed at the being here on the stage. And also a few general tips and tricks what you can do. First of all, when you have like video and audio transmissions, please speak first to your to the technical team or to the organizers if you can transmit it, because sometimes it happens that there are some locations where it's kind of like impossible to transmit it. Today it was kind of like an exception because you checked it also, Sergey, before your talk, I think, and it was working. And actually, like at this location, it should work. But sometimes, you know, there are some technical issues. However, it's always good to speak prior to your presentation to ask the organizers, is it possible to stream it? Because sometimes it will happen that it's not going to be streamed at all. Yeah, and people are going to see like blank page or it's just like movements. The next one is have a bottle or glass of water on the stage. Why it is, I'm going to show you as an example. Why it is important. First of all, of course, sometimes you need a sip of water. But there is a hack also behind it, what you can use. So basically, when you talk a lot, and you're super stressed, you feel like the stress level goes up for some reason, yeah, you have no idea why, or maybe it's because it's one of your first talks, you go for your bottle, you grab it, of course you open it, yeah, it takes like a few seconds, you drink it, have another sip of water because you need another one, you close it, of course, yeah, and you give it back. You put it back on your table, wherever it is. Why it works, like what is the hack behind it? All of the people, okay, I'll start another way. For you, it's actually like a break because you feel stressed. You have no idea what to do. The perfect situation would be you're going out or you're going for a smoke if you're a smoker, right? You have your small break. But here on the stage, you can't do a small break. It's impossible, yeah? You're here in front of the people, they are waiting for your talk. I like to continue. So this is a hack to give you like 30 seconds of a small break, yeah? That you go for this bottle, you know, you open it, you have like 30 seconds of your small break. You slow down, you can breathe and so on. And the funny thing is like no one from the audience, except of you now because you know this hack, no one from the audience knows that this is the break for you. Everyone thinks that you just need a sip of water, right? So they don't even realize this. One of the things that people are thinking, where should I look actually? Yeah, because I wanted to be connected with the audience. Actually, it's very important to be connected with your audience because this is how you also become or appear as a very good speaker, yeah, and a presenter. So one of the things is look into the eyes, of course, yeah. This is like one of the things. And but do not do like this, that you're looking at one person into the eyes and the whole talk you look at this person. At some moment it's going to be very awkward for this person that you're looking into the eyes all the time. It's super awkward, yeah, after some moment. And the other, now not, yeah, but if I would do like 20 minutes looking into your eyes, might be, right? And the other people, sorry, I'm going to stick with you for a second. So the other people, I'm quite sure that after some moments, you're going to think that I'm talking only to the sky and no one else, yeah? And you're just like, why I'm here? She wanted to give the talk to all of us and she's only staring at one person. So don't do this, yeah? If you want to look into the eyes, if you're prepared for this, because not everyone can do this and likes to do this. So look into the eyes of different people, switch them from time to time, yeah? That's one thing. The second thing, what you can do also, if you don't like to look into the eyes, look just right above the heads, somewhere like here, above the heads of people who are sitting there in front of you. Or it can happen also that you look just above the shoulder, one on the other one. Why? Because for you, if I do this, yeah, you think that, Martyna is not looking at me, but she's looking at someone who is behind me. It is. If I'm going to look like this, do you think that I'm looking at you if I do this? No, I don't. I don't look at you. I don't look at you. I just look like right above your head, above yours head. Not even going to you, yeah? So this is the hack, but you think that I'm looking at you. You think I'm looking at maybe you or maybe the person behind you. So this is the hack, what you can do if you don't like to look into the eyes of people. One of the last things, what I want to share with you is never turn your back to the audience. This is a no-go. This is really like a no-go because you're not talking, or you're not here to talk to the wall or to the screen. You're here to talk, to deliver the talk to the audience, to the people who are in front of you. So this is something that people do in the school, the teachers, when they want to write something. Never do this. Even if you want to show something on the stage, never go like this. Oh, this is the code that I want to show you. This is the line. It's a no-go. You can use either the pointer, yeah, or you can use it by hand, but basically like going in front for the people. This is the maximum what you should do to appear as a good speaker, yeah, and showing with your hand. And also one thing, just because I see it also here, I almost forgot to say it, never touch the screen here. Here you have like how it's called, the signs. Thank you very much. So you have here the signs, but at some places you don't have them. Still, do not touch the surfaces. Why? Because we have like the natural oil on our fingers, right? Everyone has the fingerprints, but the fingerprints are also basically because we have like the natural kind of like oil on our fingers. And once you touch it, it's super, on some surfaces, it's super hard to get rid of it from the surface. So basically by cleaning the surface gets damaged. So be sure about not to touch it, yeah? If you want to show something, go for this one. Everyone knows what you're going to, what you're pointing at. So I would like to share with you as the last thing a quote from Dale Carnegie's book, The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking. I highly recommend this book if you want to know how to speak. There are always 3 speeches for every one you actually gave. The one you practiced, the one you gave, and the one you wish you gave. I will rephrase it, yeah? So basically, you want to have a speech here, and for every talk, even for this now, for me, there are always 3 speeches that you give. The one you practice at home, the one that is actually here, and the one you wish you gave. Because after each talk, every speech, you're going home and you're just like, I forgot to say something, yeah? Some points, yeah? Or this went wrong, or this went wrong. By this, with what I told you today, I hope that those 3 speeches that you're going to give, that are going to come some closer to each other, so that the gap is not going to be this big, that is going to be a bit smaller between those 3 speeches. This is all for me today. I'm sharing with you 2 QR codes. One is my LinkedIn profile, if you would like to stay connected with me. And the other one is if you would like to have a course, like this practical course on public speaking, where you're going to speak really on each and every lesson, you can also sign up for the waiting list. If I'm going to have enough people to open a course, I'm going to contact you. Thank you very much. Now is the time for your questions.
Thank you for your talk.
You're welcome.
I have a comment, or actually a contradictory opinion.
Okay.
Basically, it means I'm not agreeing with you on one thing. The use of the light mode and dark mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because thanks to our wonderful sponsors, we have been spoiled with LCD walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so dark mode works great with LCD walls, TVs, etc. But sometimes, or maybe most of the times, we could be using a shitty projector and in a dark room or poorly lit room where actually light mode is more beneficial. I think it has to do something with the contrast or whatever. So LCD screen, dark mode. Projector, light mode. Oh, and if you're drinking beverage while you're presenting, avoid carbonated sodas.
Do you speak about your experiences? Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
What's the
Okay.
question?
The question is.
Do I agree? Yes. Do I agree?
The question is drinks I should avoid when I use public speaking.
So I will answer to your question. Do I agree what you said about the dark mode and light mode? You have a good point about it. Yeah, this is what I agree with that. The only one thing is like usually we don't know what is the environment and what is the screen what we are going to show our presentation on. So this might be tricky, but that's a very good point. Yeah. Thank you. So. Next question. There was some question, I think, on this side. No? Yes.
So, for example, I do have a tendency to stutter a lot. And do you have stutter, like I repeat my words,
yes.
or like get broken? Do you have any, besides like in the live environments, like when I'm presenting, do you have any like tips to like how to do not have the stutter and like have a or like avoid stuttering or like having the fluent motion of speaking?
I would have like two hints for you. Yeah, you can check it out. Yeah, if it works with you. First one, practice. This is like the whole entire thing is about getting better. It's practice, practice, practice. Practice it also, for example, when you're at your company and just to say like, hey guys, I just discovered something here. I would like to share it with you. Stand in front of them and try to speak with them. So basically by practicing. The other thing is also one of the things that I shared, yeah, which can help you is it's focus also that you want to deliver, because if you focus on I'm stuttering, yeah, I stutter like a lot, and this is your focus, then you're going to stutter because your brain is like, okay, my default mode is stutter. I stutter, so I'm going to do this. And thanks for the reminding, yeah, I'm stuttering, so I will do it, yeah. So basically, don't try to avoid reminding yourself that you do this, yeah. Try to be like, I speak fluently. This is what you should, your mindset should switch to, I speak fluently. Yeah, like not fluently, how you call it? The like clear, yeah. Without, I just don't want to use the word stutter. Yeah, so don't go with your head. I'm not stuttering. Yeah, go with yes, I'm going with the flow. Yeah, focus basically on what you want to deliver and not this that you're stuttering. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are so short on time. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But...
Good. And in case you have any other questions, yeah, you can always ask me. I'm here also at every meetup or almost every meetup.
Nice.